And recording. What are we doing today?
Today we are going to stitch the panels that I stitched last time behind me. We are going to stitch those panels into the mold. So that's what we've been excited for and waiting for. It takes two people, so we've got the both of us, and it ends up making the ceiling of the camper. So it'll be exciting to see what that's going to start to look like.
I really don't know what we're doing, so I think we're just gonna set the camera up and you guys can watch us struggle. Yeah. I'm Doug.
And I'm Anna.
We bought a wooden teardrop camper kit off the internet.
We have zero experience, but it came with a manual that has a lot of pictures.
It showed up in 3 boxes that look like this.
And we hope to make it look like this, this, and this.
Please follow along as we figure this out.
And make a lot of mistakes.
Shout out, Papa.
Alright, here we unfold. See if your stitches hold.
That's when we have to break it.
Yeah, I know that part would suck. Let me you go ahead and take your head up or high, because mine's got the notches. So I want to get the notches in.
Take my eye out.
You would too, high. Start dropping. I would too low. Go ahead and start dropping yours in place. You can just kind of let it go. That's why the first step I think is to stitch up here. Go ahead and let your side go. Perfect. And then hello! Today we are going to be gluing and fiberglassing the panels together. The first step we need to do is tack weld the panels together with super glue, essentially. But before we can even do that, we want to go through each one of the support beams on the panel and ensure that they are tight. So for instance, if you look closely here, if you want to zoom in on this one, you can see where this is nice and tight to this panel form by these 2 stitches. If you come here, those are nice and tight. Those are nice and tight and sunk up real hard against there. Then you can come over to this one, and you can see that we have slack in these. And if you look down here, that's pulling up. So really all I'm going to do is push down on this and tighten that up to ensure that it's solid against the mold. I can't remember who did this side.
Me?
So now that one, as you can see, is just really pressed against that mold. It's professional. Now we're ready to do the tack weld of the panels together. This is essentially the Chesapeake Life Crafts Instacure and Insta Set. So all we have to do is every ½ inch you put a dab of this and then you spray it immediately with the cure. Never done it before. Let's see what this looks like. Dab. I think this is where I would like those seams to be even. So I think I'll probably have you stop recording, kind of help me hold the seams even, so that way, wow, it does stitch together really fast. It holds hard. Okay. I'm impressed.
All right, so we have done the glue and spray on the 2 ends. I'm here to tell you how that went. I will say, I didn't wear gloves. I was at one spot and lovely husband said, "Hey, would you like gloves?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm fine." And about 2 seconds later, if that even, I felt like my finger was on fire and I went running into the kitchen to put it under cold water because it really burned. I got the glue on my finger and then the accelerator dripped onto the spot on my finger that had the glue. And I took the label, if you can see, the label from the container is now epoxied. Is that epoxy?
No,
glued rather firmly to my finger, and I can't get it off. So, kind of like a tattoo, I guess, but I would say hurt more than a tattoo. And it's very plasticky and a little rough. I don't know. Lessons learned: when you're doing this step to tack weld with glue, put gloves on. Husband, any thoughts?
I'm not one to told you so's.
He's definitely one to told you so's. He's already told me so's. But he's a very nice husband, and he is now taking over tack welding for me, so I can try to figure out
I think
how
it's
to.
just safer for all of us if I just.
It is. It's safer. And I'm gonna see if I can work on getting this off my finger without taking all my skin with.
Anna is over sanding the last bits of the glue. Now I need to mix up approximately 12 ounces of epoxy is what they said. Oh wow, that's a lot. To be able to pre-wet the seams for us to mix. Man, for 12 ounces, I think I'm gonna start with like 15 pumps each. 29, 30. All right, looking back at reference, that is almost exactly 12 ounces. So 30 pumps of each is 12 ounces.
All right, so husband mixed up some epoxy for me. I'm taking my paintbrush and I am going to paint it onto the seams in about a 3-inch wide band all the way up the seams, and then we will be laying down fiberglass tape and we'll paint over the epoxy again.
Fiberglass tape just on the middle one, and then wood-filled fillets on the outside.
But I still want epoxy?
Yes, we're wetting it all down, yep. So
Okay.
do each seam, wet them down pretty heavily with that.
I got my gloves on this time.
Thank you
and
very much.
my schmuck.
Let's see how it looks. I think this is going to run like a mofo.
Yeah. About 3 inches?
Nope, that's
Nope.
about 4.5.
Well,
Your brush is a 2.5-inch brush.
My butt?
Your brush.
My butt.
So yeah.
You said butt.
So get it good and wet. Oof. Yeah.
So many.
You got kids.
So I'll kind of roll it out. You can kind of tap it in to make sure it stays in place. And that it's on the center of that seam. So this calls for an 18 millimeter radius. So I just took one of these plastic scrapers, measured out an 18 millimeter radius. And so this is what we'll use to spread the fillet into there. Oh, yeah, and there. Forgot we got wetted epoxy there. So that was double.
Brownie batter. Hey Doug, what are you doing?
I'm exhausted. We've been doing this for 2 hours now or something like that. But you saw kind of maybe the first part of our catastrophe. That was the peanut butter spread fillets. We had enough, but it was, I think, probably runnier than it should have been. So we got those fillets all in here smoothed out. Anna did a great job of mopping up the excess. And now we put fiberglass tape over those fillets and mixed up some more epoxy. And really, the last step for tonight is just painting epoxy over this fiberglass tape until it's clear. letting it cure for 24 hours. Then I could use a shower.
Mm.